One fine day on Flower Fruit Mountain, a huge boulder suddenly split open, and out came a monkey. Bright, quick-witted, and unusually clever, he soon blended right in with the other monkeys on the mountain. There was a great waterfall on the mountain, and one day the monkeys began to chatter excitedly. "Whoever dares to go behind that waterfall will be our king." And just like that, he was crowned the king of the monkeys. But one day, an old monkey in the troop passed away, and the new king began to dream of becoming immortal. Determined to make that dream come true, he set off on a long journey in search of the secret to eternal life. After 9 years of wandering, he finally met a legendary sage known as Master Bodhi. The master gave the monkey a name, Sun Wukong. Thanks to his extraordinary talent, Sun Wukong mastered 72 magical transformations after 7 years of training. However, he couldn't hide his boastful and arrogant nature. Master Bodhi foresaw the trouble this monkey would bring someday, so he expelled Wukong immediately and forbade him from ever claiming to be his disciple. The master had spoken, so Wukong had no choice but to swallow his pride and return to Flower Fruit Mountain. After mastering his magic, Wukong realized he needed a real weapon. So he rode a cloud straight to the Dragon King's palace and stole their greatest treasure, the Rui Jingu Bang, a magical staff that could shrink or grow at his will. Not satisfied with just that, he also grabbed a full set of gleaming armor for himself before flying back to Flower Fruit Mountain. During this time, Wukong's reputation soared. He befriended 6 other powerful demons, forming a fearsome alliance known as the 7 Great Sages. Unfortunately, their flashy display of power didn't sit well with the heavenly court. One day, while Wukong was napping on a rock, 2 underworld demons arrived to drag his soul to the afterlife for judgment. But no one down there could handle him. Angered, Wukong tore through the underworld, forced the King of Hell to bring out the Book of Life and Death, and erased the names of all monkeys from it before returning home. Seeing how unruly he was, Heaven tried a different tactic and invited him to work for them. Easier to manage him that way. "Hey Wukong, want to be an official in heaven?" "Sure!" But instead of a prestigious title, they assigned him to watch over the celestial stables. Offended, he stormed back to Flower Fruit Mountain. Heaven tried again, offering him a job guarding the peach garden. And of course, he ended up eating all the peaches, and even swallowed the elixir of immortality. This time, Heaven had enough. They sent celestial soldiers to subdue him, but none were a match for Wukong. Only Erlang Shen could fight him toe-to-toe. While they were locked in battle, the immortal Lousy seized a brief opening and ambushed Wukong. They captured him, dragged him back to heaven, and threw him into the 8-trigram furnace for 49 days. When the furnace was finally opened, Wukong burst out, shattered it, and emerged with a brand new power. Fiery golden eyes, able to see through illusions and detect demons across heaven and earth. Then he wreaked havoc in heaven all over again. Desperate, the Jade Emperor called upon the Buddha for help. The Buddha challenged Wukong. "If you can escape from my hand, you win." In the end, Wukong lost the wager and was imprisoned beneath 5 Elements Mountain, sealed with a talisman just to make sure he stayed put. More than 500 years have quietly passed. A monk known as Tang Sanzang now appears, carrying a divine mission to retrieve the true Buddhist scriptures. He was originally Golden Cicada, a disciple of the Buddha himself. But because he once fell asleep and accidentally dropped a single grain of rice, he was punished and banished to the mortal world for 10 lifetimes. Only after enduring 81 trials would he be allowed to return to the realm of Buddha. In his first 9 lifetimes, Golden Cicada had already attempted the pilgrimage, but each time he reached the flowing sand river, he was eaten, again and again, by the sand demon Sha Wu Jing. Now, in this 10th and final lifetime, he has just 1 life left. Because Tang Sanzang has cultivated for 10 lifetimes, legend says that eating his flesh grants immortality, which explains why demons everywhere are desperate to hunt him down. Learning from the mistakes of his past lives, Guanyin Bodhisattva arranged extra protection for him this time. As Tang Sanzang hurried toward a mountain shaped like a giant hand, he heard a faint voice calling out, "Master! Who's calling me? Are you Tang Sanzang?" Yeah. How do you know me?" "Guanyin told me to wait here. She said a monk on his way to fetch the scriptures would come rescue me." "Really?" And so Tang Sanzang climbed to the top of the mountain and bowed 3 times, breaking the seal that imprisoned the Monkey King. The two accepted each other as master and disciple and set off on their journey. Not long after, they were ambushed by a group of bandits. Wukong, annoyed, swung his staff once and wiped them all out instantly. Tang Sanzang was horrified and scolded him relentlessly. Wukong, offended, flew off to the Dragon Palace to drink wine, refusing to continue the quest. Seeing this, Guanyin Bodhisattva arranged for a magical headband to be placed on the Monkey King, making it easier to discipline him. Whenever he misbehaved, Tang Sanzang would recite a mantra, causing the headband to tighten and give Wukong a splitting headache. And just like that, the Monkey King obediently returned to the pilgrimage. Later, the pair reached a river where a dragon rose from the water and swallowed Tang Sanzang's horse. Guanyin appeared again and assigned the dragon a new duty: transform into a white horse and serve as Tang Sanzang's steed. Thus, the monk gained a divine mount, one that never tired. The group arrived at the Guanyin monastery. The abbot there was an old monk named Elder Jinchi, a man obsessed with collecting rare cassocks. He was also buddies with a bear demon named Black Bear Spirit. Seeing Sanzang's priceless cassock, the greedy elder ordered his disciples to burn down the room where Sanzang was sleeping so he could steal the robe. But Wukong caught wind of the plot. He protected his master and even fanned the wind to make the fire burn down the elder's own temple instead. Elder Jinchi died in the chaos, but the cassock mysteriously vanished. Wukong investigated and found out the Black Bear Spirit had swiped it. With Guanyin's help, they recovered the robe, and the bear was recruited as the Bodhisattva's disciple. Later on the road, the team recruited Zhubajie, a pig who is gluttonous, lustful, but skilled in magic. He was originally the Marshal Tianpeng of the Heavenly Court, but was banished to Earth in the form of a pig for sexually harassing the moon goddess Chang'e. The Trial of the Yellow Wind Demon. The Yellow Wind Demon was a monster who lived on Yellow Wind Ridge. He possessed a devastating signature move called the Samadhi Divine Wind, which summoned a massive storm and gale that shook both heaven and earth. He was once a rat spirit who cultivated for hundreds of years beneath Spirit Mountain, listening to the Dharma lectures daily. He gained his great magical power by secretly stealing oil from the sacred crystal lamps. Unfortunately, Tang Sanzang was captured by him. Wukong and Bajie engaged the demon, but he used his Samadhi Divine Wind, temporarily blinding Wukong and forcing him to flee. Luckily, a celestial deity descended from heaven to help cure Wukong's eyes. Ultimately, they had to rely on Lingji Bodhisattva and his wind-fixing pill to subdue the demon. The group continued their journey and recruited their final member, Sha Wujing. He was a demon haunting the flowing sand river. Originally, he was the curtain-lifting general in the Heavenly Court, but he was banished and made a river demon after accidentally knocking over a crystal goblet. It turns out this was the same demon who had eaten Tang Sanzang in his 9 previous lifetimes. With that, the scripture-seeking team was complete. Tang Sanzang had to undergo a total of 81 tribulations, which are too numerous to list entirely. Therefore, here are some of the most notable trials faced by the Master and his 3 disciples on their journey to the West. The 3 battles against the White Bone Demon. The White Bone Demon is a bone spirit monster residing in the White Tiger Ridge. After many years of cultivation from a skeleton, she possesses unparalleled shape-shifting abilities. She particularly enjoys consuming the flesh of monks to enhance her magical powers. Her current objective is to eat Tang Sanzang in order to achieve immortality. In this ordeal, the White Bone Demon transforms 3 times into 3 different members of the same family to appeal to Tang Sanzang's compassion and lure him in. All 3 of the demon's disguises are killed by Sun Wukong. In the 3rd encounter, the White Bone Demon is truly vanquished. Tang Sanzang, viewing these events with the eyes of a mortal, believes Sun Wukong is ruthlessly murdering innocent people. Convinced of Wukong's inherent brutality, the monk recites the headband incantation, causing Wukong intense pain and banishes him from the pilgrimage. The ordeal of the Yellow Robe Demon. The Yellow Robe Demon is, in fact, Kui Wood Wolf, one of the 28 mansions of the heavens. He fell in love with the Jade Maiden of the Fragrant Cloud Palace, who was later reborn as 100 Flower Shame, the princess of the kingdom of Baoxiang. Due to this forbidden affection, he secretly descended to the mortal world, becoming a demon, and abducted the princess to be his wife. Tang Sanzang is captured by the Yellow Robe Demon because Zhu Baji and Sha Wujing are being careless. Baji and Sandy are no match for the demon's strength. Having no other choice, Baji is forced to go and find Sun Wukong to rescue their master. Following this incident, Tang Sanzang and Sun Wukong are reunited and continue their journey to acquire the scriptures. The ordeal of the Red Boy. The Red Boy is the son of the powerful demons, the Bull Demon King and Princess Iron Fan, who reside near Flaming Mountain. His other title is the Great Sage of the Sacred Infant, and he lives in the Fiery Cloud Cave on Fire Cloud Mountain. He possesses immense magical power, particularly his ultimate technique, the Samadhi True Fire, an unquenchable flame that cannot be extinguished, not even by ordinary water. Tang Sanzang once again falls into the demon's trap and is captured. Sun Wukong summons the local Earth God, who reveals that the demon is the son of the Bull Demon King, Wukong's sworn older brother. My nephew! The Bull Demon King and I are sworn brothers. By seniority, you should call me Uncle. We're family. Hurry up and release my master. Really? Yeah! Wukong asks the Dragon King for water to put out Red Boy's flames, but it is useless. Ultimately, they must seek the assistance of Guanyin Bodhisattva. Guanyin tricks Red Boy into sitting on her lotus throne, which allows her to subdue him. Guanyin Bodhisattva then conveniently employs the Red Boy, recruiting him as a new addition to her staff. The journey continues, mostly following the same pattern. Tang Sanzang is captured, and his 3 disciples devise a plan to rescue their master. Some of the most notable subsequent ordeals include the ordeal at Flaming Mountain. Son Wukong confronts his sworn older brother, the Bull Demon King, and his wife, Princess Ironfan. The result is that Tang Sanzang and his disciples safely continue their journey, but the irreparable brotherhood between Wukong and the Bull Demon King is vocably broken. The ordeal at Spider Cave. The 4 pilgrims encounter 7 spider sisters and their senior disciple, the Centipede Demon. Wukong must seek the aid of Vimalakirti Bodhisattva to overcome this powerful adversary. The ordeal of the Yellow-Browed Buddha. This demon is, in fact, the page boy of Maitreya Buddha, who secretly fled to the mortal world to become a monster. Wukong transforms himself into a watermelon and tricks the demon into eating him in order to save his master. The ordeal at Lion Camel Ridge. The pilgrims encounter the golden-winged Great Peng, who is the maternal uncle of the Tathagata Buddha. This is the only demon, apart from the 6-eared macaque, where Wukong must directly appeal to and receive help from the Buddha himself. And after so much hardship and countless trials, the entire group finally reaches the Tathagata Buddha and successfully obtains the true scriptures. And that concludes our summary of the life of Sun Wukong and the epic journey to the west. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to support my channel. I'll see you in the next video.